a firm believer in saying the best camera you have is the camera you have with you. And that's true for a lot of situations when you are content creating, vlogging, whatever it may be in that situation. The problem with that is that, the best camera you have with you, sometimes, you need image quality, you need performance, you need certain things like that. And for me, when it comes to drones especially, that's something that, it's kind of like a big deal. Having that unique perspective, that bird's eye perspective of something is something that's completely unique and different to any other videography or cinematography that's out there. So when I talk about having that best camera with you, yeah, it makes sense. You want to have something that just gets up in the sky, that has the best quality, best bang for your buck. And there's companies out there, DJI, Hitensic, Ruko is actually the company that we're going to be talking about today. So pretty cool, but we'll get it further into that in a second. So stay tuned. So having a drone like this is an absolutely fantastic situation to capture those moments that you wouldn't be able to capture without a drone. And Ruko right here with the U11 Mini is a fantastic step in the right direction with some flaws, if you will. And let's go ahead and dive in and talk about that.
So the Ruko U11 Mini hard shell case, really nice case actually. Probably one of my favorite features about this whole drone. Flip this guy over, boom. So yeah, you get the extra battery, which USB-C, fantastic. Comes with an awesome charger, fast charger situation. Click in, click out, super lightweight. I mean, that's sub 250 gram series. That's awesome in that sense. Brushless motors, bing, bang, boom, folds out. Got this guy here, gimbal. This is the part that kind of is weird. The gimbal is these two rubber mounts right here, and that's it. It does up and down, but it doesn't do a 3-axis. So it's basically on a 2-axis situation where you'll see as you fly, you'll kind of get these jitters and stuff with it. The remote is probably one of my favorite features. Comes up like this, has the built-in joysticks here, boom, and spot for your phone, case on, case off, whatever it may be, bing, bang, boom, there you go, ready to rock and roll. Love that. You got a record feature here, your gimbal control for your up and down here, joysticks, auto land, GPS, lots of other features as well too, so we'll kind of semi-dive into those as well. So, turn this on, Cine mode, normal mode, sport mode. Ruko, the app. So let's go ahead and turn on the drone. Double tap there. Hear a little noise there. Blue indicator lights, no optical avoidance or anything on that way. So that's kind of a situation that you got to deal with as well. You got to give it a 30-second window, a little bit over a minute to kind of get itself situated here. All right. Connected. All right, drone's powered on, remote's powered on. Give it a second to find itself there. Okay. Okay, I finally got it to connect. That was weird. I don't know. The first time I fired it up, it was no problem whatsoever as far as like actually connecting to it. That time it took me like 3 or 4 times. Whatever. So yeah, now I have full GPS, full battery, 96% battery on that thing. So let's take this thing off now. I live by the ocean. It's really windy right now, so you can definitely hear that, I'm sure, and see that. But it's perfect to test these sub 250 class and see exactly how these things handle in a little bit higher of a wind situation. I would say it's probably like 10 to 12 miles per hour at the highest part of it all. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and take this thing off and see what it does. You can kind of see it's pretty stable right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's like kind of climbing up. It's doing its thing, fighting against the wind or whatever. But I'm not too upset by that. Pretty stable.
The thing is like, if you look on screen here, it's just shaky and it's just hovering there right now. All right, away we go. Up and away. Let's just go straight up. Yeah, it's drifting, staying locked in, there we go. I seem to have lost digital, oh, there we go, it's back now. Little laggy. It says I'm 100% connected, 24 GPS satellites on here. Yeah. Picture. I think photos are gonna be better with this, but it's the video that's just not gonna be that great. I think I just took another photo. I don't want to lose too much visual here. So yeah, flying right now in the slowest mode, cine mode, and just straight line of sight. But you can see it's fighting. It's shaky. I'm just pushing forward on it. It's not like I'm doing any parallaxing or any crazy maneuverable situations. Let's go up just a little higher here. And it's laggy. I mean, the video cutout, it's real. I mean, it's lagging, it's fighting. It's turning around, it's falling out of the sky. I mean, again, 28 bars here. 28 satellites, sorry, of GPS. Full GPS satellite, but this is, I wouldn't cause this like crazy wind, but it's not, I don't know. The drone is super smooth. I will give it that. As far as flight-wise, it's super smooth. But I am a little nervous letting this thing go out of sight here. Try to bring this thing in for a landing. There we go. Second flight with this thing, and not confident in stealing at all. I think the build quality is fantastic. I think U11 Mini is an awesome, like, sub 250 class drone. It does everything as far as drones should do. It flies or whatever. I would say the GPS was really kind of all over the place right there. It wasn't hovering in place steady. Again, it is a little windy out here right now, but that shouldn't be too much. Like, it's not blowing 30-mile-an-hour winds, not blowing 25-mile-an-hour winds, and this thing is rated up to, I believe, like class 5 or 6 as far as like the wind resistancy goes. So it could handle it, but at the same point, that was just all over the place. Video-wise, but if you're trying to track this thing on video, it's lagging out, it's doing all of this weird kind of situation, and this is just flying all over the place. So that's just test one. Let's try this again, maybe on a less windier, and we'll see what happens there. But the first and second flights were kind of iffy. The best camera is the one you have with you. This is a great drone, but the camera's not the best. I must say that the whole point of getting that perspective is being able to capture that unique perspective, and seeing it from there is not what I would want to have as far as even a regular consumer drone. I wouldn't necessarily want that in there. So yeah, we'll try again. This is another day where I went out in less wind and wanted to showcase the jitteriness of the actual video output. I was actually having an issue with the previous day. I couldn't get the SD card to unload onto my computer, so I had to use the download feature on the actual app to my phone. I am running a Apple computer, so I'm not sure if it's a Windows-based version only. Something else to consider as well too. But this is the footage straight out of the actual camera without any stabilization. This is some stabilization added to it. And I just kind of go back and forth here, and then eventually you'll see a little side by side. Here it is unstabilized. And then I stabilize it, a little bit smoother, a little grainy. It's not the clearest day, but it's a little overcast. But as you dip and turn, it just, that 2-axis gimbal gives you a more of a kind of FPV style feel. Now this is the side-by-side comparison. On the left-hand side is unstable, on the right-hand side is stabilized. And it's kind of jarring to see how much it is. Now this is really important. This is where I just stopped and wanted to see how the drone was doing mid-flight. Not a windy day at all today, and this thing was just bouncing all over the place on the left-hand side. And even in the stabilized image, it's just really kind of shaky. It took several seconds for it to actually kind of correct itself, maybe GPS find location, whatever it may be, but this is not moving anywhere. This is just strictly just trying to keep it up in the air. So I decided to keep flying around. Again, stabilized on the right-hand side, unstabilized on the left-hand side. So is this something that's important to you? If you are a drone user, is this something that you want to have as stabilized footage, the best quality footage, or do you just want to go ahead and send a drone up in the sky and get a bird's eye view? I mean, as a first-time owner, this is kind of the same quality I was getting when I was buying my drones off of Amazon and things along those lines that way, where I was getting, just a drone up in the sky, didn't really care about quality, I just wanted to fly around and get a different perspective. But then as I became more of a serious content creator and reviewer, it became more necessity to get better quality image. So, final verdict on the actual Ruko U11 Mini. I think that if you are a beginner and you are coming into the sport, it's a great product. As far as hardware goes, this thing is absolutely supreme. I mean, this case is phenomenal. They did a great job with that. The remote inside of here, top notch. Like, that is an absolute top notch remote. It's got all the creature comforts you can ever want, and it feels really good in the hand. Even the drone build quality, solid plastics, it feels fantastic, easy to use, and flies great. It's this though. This right here is your biggest and most important feature of any drone, in my opinion, is image quality. And that is kind of sacrificed with that 2-axis gimbal. I've flown drones with 2-axis gimbals before, like the iHover, and this thing gets better quality out of that than this does. I mean, shooting 4K 20 and not having that stabilized image afterwards, or even any electronics image stabilization inside of here either, it just is it's a little lackluster in the image quality, which is the whole purpose, in my opinion. If you are getting a drone, you're trying to get the best quality picture at the top there. So final verdict is, I don't know. I mean, for this price right now, $279 to $299, you can get the Pontanzic Atom, which is a 3-axis gimbal, 4K 30. You can go ahead and pick up for a little bit more the X1 Hover. And I'm just saying that, for review purposes, it's a fantastic build quality. Image, in my opinion, just needs to be completely revamped. Put in a 3-axis gimbal or some type of electronic image stabilization, and you'll get that much better quality out of it. But for this price, it's just it's too much of an ask for it. I mean, everything is fantastic, but image quality, it's up for you to decide. As always, guys, if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button, thumbs up this video, helps spread the word of my PEV and tech reviews. I truly appreciate it. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.